Johann. Modernity based on the power of tradition, peace, harmony and unique climate and breathtaking views. This is Kalmar in a nutshell, one of the oldest cities in southern Sweden. At first, there was only a watchtower for defending the land against pirates from the Baltic. Later, a fortress was built to control the movement of ships in the Kalmar Strait. It was here in 1397 that the Kalmar Union brought Sweden, Denmark and Norway under one crown. The Castle of Kalmar is one of the most powerful and best preserved buildings in Scandinavia. It has witnessed many events and was rebuilt numerous times. Yet it is still undoubtedly a showcase of the city, and it's where we are going.
Hello.
The restoration of the historic interior of Kalmar Castle lay in the hands of esteemed architects who toiled for decades. The results are amazing. The monumental rooms and chambers that once housed the monarchs easily enchant visitors with their distinguished atmosphere.
Around the castle, you have a lot of possibilities just to walk around and see for yourself the history growing up on the walls. The castle has a lot of recreations and people are using it for recreation all year round. Taking a picnic, taking just a walk during the evening nights here.
The city grew around the walls of the fortress in front of the castle. Later, land development moved a little further. Galmastan, a Kalmarian old town, is very different from the notion we usually associate with this kind of settlement.
Kalmar is one of the most interesting places for me. I have been traveling a lot for my youth, and I always find Kalmar inspiring for me because it's very international during the summertime, and during the winter we have a little bit slower, steady going here, but a lot of people anyhow.
In an unusual symbiosis with people live rabbits. They make their burrows in the nooks and crannies that surround the fortress. It is not difficult to see them in the parks or in the streets, especially where the city comes to life. Walking towards the center, we pass the tallest building in Kalmar. Today, this 19th century water tower serves as an unusual block of flats. The view from its windows is certainly enviable. From here you can see the longest bridge in Sweden. Being 6 kilometers long, it connects the island of Ålandia with the mainland. The cathedral towers over the city center. Built by a German architect at the turn of the 17th and 18th centuries, it is one of the most outstanding Baroque works in Sweden, constructed entirely of stone. The regional museum, where you can admire the most valuable exhibits from the Kronan shipwreck, is also worth a visit. The ship sank in 1676 during the battle between the Swedish fleet and the Danish-Dutch fleet. The wreck was discovered in 1980, and since then, for 6 weeks a year, scuba divers bring up even more artifacts. 30,000 items have already been recovered, including the world's largest collection of cannon, found in the same place at the same time. Outside the center, the climate is a bit more peaceful. Typical Swedish cottages, surrounded by water and many places for relaxation or active leisure. From our ship, the city presents itself beautifully. The only regret we have is that the journey to these exceptional cities of the southern Baltic has reached its end.